How's it going, everybody? I'm back. Now, I hope you guys liked the intro. I see that you guys liked the last intro of the Pac-Man background. So if you guys really like the intros, give me a comment below, all right? And just say, hey, I like this song or whatever. And on top of that, just because I'm seeing you guys' reaction for the next video, if you'd like, I can give you guys like a file full of my intros, you know what I mean? The snippets, and then I can give it to you guys as is, or if you'd like, you just want the instrumental, I can just put the snippet of the instrumental in there too. I will do a poll about it, but I think it's a little too much for a poll, but just give me some comments about the how do you like your MP3s? Do you want it as is, or you just want a snippet of the instrumental? I can just provide that on the next video. No problem with that, because I'm seeing some positive feedback, a lot of it on the comment section lately. All right, anyway, let's go back on topic. Right now we're gonna check the markets. Okay, let's go to Bitcoin. All right, BTC, we're still going on a down trajectory. So if we begin, if you can follow my mouse or the white cross, here we go. There's a high. This is how we kind of spot a pattern. High, lower low, lower high, lower low down here, and then lower high, and then all the way lower low, lower high. So this pattern is just letting me know that we're still going down. And then lower low and then lower high at the moment. We won't see a switch up until we hit 93K, somewhere around there. Once we smash through it, do you see this green horizontal line? So this is kind of like a green flag. So once we smash through it, like more confidently up, then yeah, I might be more confident that we're switching up. We're switching up to the upside. But other than that, if we're still under 93K at the moment, then yeah, we're still going to head down a lot more, especially with all the things going on in the market and the economy and everything. So at the moment, my bet at the moment is we're still going to head down. The chart looks on a down trajectory still. We haven't switched to a higher high yet. Right now, at the moment, if it smashes through 93K, that's the switch up. That's when it's the turnaround. But other than that, we're still heading down to the first bottom. It touched it. So for those who don't understand my chart right here, on the first and second bottom, I've kind of put this forecast because the first bottom signify like what I first believe that the market will hit before it goes up, you know, on the opposite side. So the first bottom is when we start buying. And then the second bottom is like definitely we start buying. But if it goes below this, I'm going to start thinking we're heading to a flash crash, which is roughly in the 50,000. See, I put another support around here. That yellow line, so this line, this is another support if we go back, of the previous flagpole, and this is another major support over here. This is hanging around the 53K, like I said. But other than that, it's still up. It's still pretty up from there. But the first and second bottom, really nice moments to buy some crypto. Really good moments to buy crypto. If you want to put some more buy limit orders, you can do that too. Okay, let's go to the Dow Jones. I'm not gonna call it DG. I'm not gonna call it DJI. I'm just gonna call it DG. So at the moment, I've drawn some lines, and this right here, you see this little triangle or this big triangle right here, like a wedge. This is a bullish wedge at the moment. So, and I also put like a red diagonal line around here. So it's creating a resistance. I'm not sure if you can see that. So it already made like 1, 2, 3 touches, about 3 touches roughly. I'm not going to include the rest because they're so close in between. So I'm just going to compound it into 1, and then 2. This right here almost hit it, but it didn't. So we're going to wait on the third touch. Once it touches the third right here, and then it goes through it on the downward side, then yeah, we're going to, the Dow Jones and everything else, we're talking about the SPX, the NASDAQ, everything is going to fall through it. So with it. But other than that, on my post, if you follow my community post, I did said that I am predicting for it to go to 42K, which is somewhere around here on this line, 42K, all the way up to 43,500, which is kind of close to this, what do you call that, resistance. And you might say, hey David, how did you come up with this line right here? Well, you see these little peaks, 1 and then 2 over here, so it creates as a resistance or like a level of interest right here. So I just dashed the line right there, and it created a bullish wedge. So if it smashes through this one, then this thing on my second prediction on the last post that I talk about the markets, about Dow Jones, I did predicted that if it smashes through this confidently, it's going to continue to still go up all the way, and my guess will be all the way into the fourth quarter of 2025, okay? And some of you guys are not predicting, but some of you guys are asking, how do you know the market, if the market doesn't crash right now, it will crash later down the line this year? Well, if you align Bitcoin and all the bear markets when it starts, so I already told you guys in the other video, so it's about 18 months from the Bitcoin halving, okay? So when was the last Bitcoin halving? It was April 19th of 2024, and coincidentally, around that same day, Israel, if I'm right, launched a retaliatory attack to Iran, or Iran, however you want to call it. And yeah, it was a pretty big coincidence. Anyway, so we're going to count 18 months from there, and that's going to give us October. Okay, so after October 19th, October 20, and onwards of this year, the bear market should kick in. So after October 20th, anytime, if it doesn't even happen in the 3rd or 4th week of October, then I am predicting it to be maybe November. I'm predicting, especially I'm talking for the crypto market. Let's go back to, what is that? The BTC. I am expecting it to just flush down like it always has, because the bear market always comes right after the second peak or right after the 18th month from the Bitcoin halving every cycle. No matter if it pumped all the way up or it didn't, or it kind of did. Most of the time it does. But that's what I'm telling you guys. I already, if you can see back in my other videos, I told you guys about what to do. I asked God what to do, and then I got one of the solutions that I got was that I felt like God told me, okay, invest in a crypto that is pegged to gold, and then you're gonna put your investments there, and that's because gold is going to still skyrocket during hard times. Listen to me, okay, guys? Gold, silver, and even copper will still go up during hard times, and more likely, I think oil too. So all of this, if you consider if you want to bundle it up, they're commodities, okay? So that's what they have in common. Sugar, rice, chocolate, all of that, farmland, all of this, the cattle, all of this is commodity. Corn, sugar canes, whatever. So all of these are commodities, and they're expecting to go up, especially during hard times, and coincidentally, remember that I had a dream about the famine, so I am I am not predicting, but I'm thinking that it's going to happen around 2026, or according to that other dream that I told you guys about a year and a half ago. So it's already kind of aligning with the Bitcoin bear market because, like I said, the bear market is going to start happening. Everything will start collapsing by the end of October this year, 2025, and onwards. And if you want to catch the bottom, it's going to be exactly 1 year from the 18th month from the halving. So that's going to give you roughly October, November of 2026 if you want to catch the bottom. Although all that money you cashed out that you put in reserved or whatever, or into a different crypto, you can that's where you catch the bottom. Okay, guys, you catch the bottom 1 year exactly from the 18th month from the Bitcoin halving. So that's the 18th month is going to be around October. If it doesn't in October, more likely November, but that's just me talking. Okay, guys, I'm not a financial advisor, same as the rest of all of my videos. In the end of the day, these are just predictions. These are just kind of like hypotheses. I just watch, follow patterns, follow trends, and then I see what's up. I just try to see the patterns, and that's what I'm getting. And I'm just setting you guys for success. Okay, for all of you guys, for all of my listeners, subscribers. And that's pretty much it. That's all I have for now concerning the markets. This is my favorite part of my video, just when I talk about the markets, okay? So now let's go about my dream. The dream that I had on March the 8th, I believe, that morning. And this is how it all began, okay, guys? I asked God for revelation, for another dream, because I asked God, hey, God, I haven't had no dreams lately of revelation. Could you give me one? And all I asked was, God, give me revelation. Give me a dream of revelation. Sure, I do have plenty of dreams, to be honest, but they're all concerning personal, to be honest. They're all concerning about my personal life, people around me, and all of this. But other than that, I haven't had no prophetic or, revelational dreams that reveal about what's about to happen. So I asked God, or, more than likely, dreams for me to share to my platform. So I asked God, give me some more revelation. And what I meant about that, it's about dreams, another dream. So sure enough, like a day, 2 days later, I got a dream. I got a dream from God. I knew it was from God. And I woke up within this dream. I opened my eyes and I was in a big resort. It was a big style, long resort of many stories. But this was kind of like a big building. So as you see the pictures, that's the closest I can get. But the building didn't even look like that. The building was like a long stretch, kind of like a luxury resort. It was like a long stretch that was along the cove, along the beach. That was a cove. And you had so many people living in it. It was like a resort, but I don't think it was a resort. It was probably like luxury apartments or some apartments in there. And no, it's not because I live in luxury or anything like that, but it wasn't signifying that. But what really happened was that I've noticed that when I saw my window, I saw a guy on a suit with a red tie. And this guy, his complexion was swarthy, kind of like he had my skin color. I'm brownish or light caramel, however you want to call it. And, caramel skin color. He also had caramel skin color, dark hair. He was a spiffy looking dude, you know what I mean? He had a suit on. He looked good. He was like in a podium. And where presidents talk, but he was in front of the ocean, of that cove, and he was talking to everybody like in a megaphone. Not a megaphone, he was on a microphone, but when he talked, it sounded like a megaphone. Like everybody will hear it. You can hear you can hear echoes of his voice all over the resorts, all over the cove, the beach. And behind him was a big mothership, an alien mothership, while he was talking. And he looked so evil. Like, if I can tell you his race, all I know is he had light brown skin, like brownish skin. And if he was actually white, he would be kind of like the brownish type of. Yeah, he had an evil tone. So when he talk, I couldn't listen to him because I didn't want to listen to him because I knew he was evil. So when he was talking on the background, I can hear him, like I can hear him mumble, like vroom, 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 vroom. Like when he talked, that's how he sounded. Like on the background, he talked like like that, and it was intimidating in the dream, to be honest, because it was so loud. And me and my family, we were all living in separate apartments, but in the same big building, resort-style building. And I was telling everybody, hey, get away from the windows because it looked like there were little drones and they were all stalking. They were all eavesdropping every resident in that building. And these drones looked like eyes. They were almost like The Matrix, that movie, The Matrix. You know how these things, kind of like they approach you and see what you are, who you are. It's about the same thing. But I felt like in the spirit, he was referring to the phones, our phones, because a lot of these apps do have access to hear us, especially if they're coming from a certain government or a certain country. You got to use wisdom, especially if you're using DeepSeek, which is a Chinese company. TikTok is another, or it used to be a Chinese company, or it still is. And yeah, that's the thing. You never know if these companies are eavesdropping you. And other than that, we had to be away from the window. So we had to be surrounded by walls. So either we were in a hallway where we see no windows, but we had to be away from everything, from the windows, because they were these drones were just, if I stand close to them, they'll scan me. They'll know how I look, not only how I look, how do I feel, what's my reaction, hear anything, or especially if I'm warning my relatives, hey, get away from the windows or whatever, they would hear everything. They would hear everything, and the spirit is telling me that he is referring to the phones, especially if you have certain apps downloaded from certain countries. It could be even from the U.S. Now, I had to be away from everything, and also I kind of knew there was a storm coming. And when I hid between the walls, a storm hit. It was a big hurricane. It was a huge hurricane, and I felt like it was a tornado, to be honest, because this thing came in real with potential, and you can feel the winds. We couldn't move. We got to pick a spot and just sit there and just duck and wait for the storm to pass. And this storm was so big that it shattered all the windows of the complex. It tumbled down walls. It was horrendous. Have you ever seen, like, after a hurricane goes through a city or a town, it destroys everything? Like it's just nothing but rubble left over. So it was the same idea, but the building was still standing. But certain parts of the building and other buildings around us, they were already either almost torn apart or torn apart completely. As the building we were staying in, like half of it was gone. It was collapsed. And then I remember I went to my siblings and even to my mom's apartment, and there was like sliced in half, like it was open, like there was no walls anymore or doors, like it was just all exposed. Hopefully you know what I'm saying, because a lot of this building collapsed. And what God is telling me, hold on, before I get to that. So I try to look at the aliens, at the guy, because I knew that guy, he was not a guy. When he was talking, I knew he was not a guy. I knew he was an alien. And an alien in the Christian community, at least this is how I think, they're demonic. So I knew this guy, the guy that was talking, because he resembles a lot to the Antichrist. Like, I'm not saying that he looks like that, but I'm just saying that his vibe, everything, how he talks, not only arrogantly but evil, with bad intentions. He was giving me that vibe, and I knew he was not human. I knew he was an alien. That I forgot to tell you, because I saw the mothership behind him, and it was a huge one. So I will, all of these photos that I'm uploading right there on the slideshows, they're all AI generated, so for you guys to see. And after that, after the storm, I saw more UFOs emerging from the ocean. Kid you not. I saw like 5, 10, and all of these just coming out from the ocean. So when the storm hit, they knew that the storm was coming, so they ducked down. But when they came up, the spirit told me that they were manipulating the weather. They were manipulating the weather. They did the hurricane. They did the tornado. So I was kind of confused. I was telling God, does this mean that these people, that these demonic entities, they control the weather? Or what are you telling me? Or what? It wasn't until today, guys, before I got into the mic here, and I heard that God is telling me that he is talking about the collapse, the financial collapse, that they're doing it. Now, I also thought of Trump, and I saw Trump in this dream. And a lot of people might get against me, but guys, when you have dreams, most of the time you're not in control. You know what I mean? Most of the time, sometimes you are in control. Yeah, correct. You know, through the blood of Jesus, you are in control. Especially if you talk to God through the name of Jesus. If you want something, you will get it. You will receive it. You just gotta have faith, and it works so many times in my dreams. But in this regard, it was a catastrophic event. A lot of people lost homes, their apartments, buildings were shattered, and everything. But the evil ones, when I saw the evil ones, the aliens emerging, their ships, their UFOs emerging from the ocean, the spirit was telling me that they planned a collapse. So I went and zoomed in. I had like a robotic eye, I don't even know, but I was kind of like squinting, and I wanted to see what's inside, kind of like inside of the ship. And I have one picture that resembles close to it. And in that ship, there's like a terrace, or I don't even know how you say that. There's like a balcony, like right outside of the ship. And then I saw an alien, like a male figure, an alien woman figure, and then they had kids. They also had like at least 2 or 3 kids, and they all look ugly. I'm talking about E.T. ugly, you know what I mean? So I was like, oh my goodness, these aliens also have kids too? This is kind of new to me. But they all had families. I remember I was looking at them, and I was like, oh my goodness, that's their home practically, in that little flying saucer or whatever. But other than that, recently God told me that what he's trying to tell me is that storm, that hurricane storm, is regarding to the financial collapse that's about to happen, and that is happening at the moment, because it's slowly collapsing everything, as you can see the markets. Okay, so regarding Trump, I did saw Trump, okay? And I'm not going to hide anything. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm just going to say it as is, okay? I know a lot of people might be against me when I say this, but I'm just going to state what I saw in the dream, okay? This is what I saw, because a lot of people are going to start saying, hey, I knew you were against Trump or whatever. And guys, you know, this was in a dream. I do not control it. It was not like I was, dictating, narrating my dream. No, most of the time when you have dreams, you're out of control of the theme of the story. It just happens. And I also asked God for a revelation as well. And this is what he gave me, okay? So when it came to this dream about Trump, because I was asking myself, where is Trump? I see this big mothership, and then this other guy, and it looked like that guy, he was like the president at the moment. But I was like, where is Trump? So the spirit took me where Trump was, and they took Trump, actually, these aliens. They took Trump, and Trump was with other human figures. I think JD Vance was there too, besides him. He had at least one or two humans with him. But they were actually negotiating with the aliens. I don't know. It was crazy. I don't know. It sounds crazy, guys. I know. It sounds crazy. No matter how much you guys or I insist for Trump, the thing is that I saw him negotiating with aliens. Like, I wouldn't say they hold him against his will, but he was actually, the aliens were saying, hey, do this for us and do this for us, and this is how we work, and you better follow suit. Kind of like that. They were putting a rough draft, kind of like a little blueprint, and telling him what to do. And I wouldn't say threatening him. It could be a threat. It could be a threat. But he was kind of like, okay, yeah. But I saw the aliens, like a couple, 2 to 3 aliens, and then he was talking to them, and they were making deals. Okay, so when we go back in civilization, I'm talking about 1800s, the 1700s, 1600s, the 1400s in the Americas. I'm just gonna talk through experience, because my roots, I have Maya roots, and I'm not sure about Aztecs. Maybe so, I do, but I do have some Maya civilization in me. These ancient civilizations. Just to let you know that me and my mother knows this. Actually, my mother taught me this. That these ancient civilizations have contacts with demons. Not only demons, but these demons are actually aliens. So, do you see all of these places where tourists will go and visit? I'm talking about the pyramids and, over there with the Incas in South America. All of these places that look kind of like a circle, or on top of a pyramid, or in front of it, where they used to sacrifice supposedly people or whatever. They actually would summon demons to appear, because that was their gods. They would appear. I mean, it hurts me, but I feel like the spirit is telling me this for me to expose this to you guys, because some of you guys already knew this. It's not new to you guys, or some of you guys are not surprised, and some of you guys might think, man, this is nothing but gibberish. I don't believe this. And that's fine. That's okay. But I'm just trying to tell you guys that all of these civilizations, they used to worship the devil. All of them. All of them. The Egyptians, the same thing with them. That's why you see, when you go to these civilizations and when you see patterns and all of this, that's like alien scripture. That's how they talk. And that's more likely, that's how they would appear and summon. Because they will sacrifice them. They will sacrifice people, kids, or whatever to these dark entities, and they would actually appear. They're actually portals. They're actually portals, guys. And that's all I can say. I mean, I didn't see myself here talking about aliens, but here we are. Some of you guys are probably laughing at me, especially the crypto people that are not fully converted or anything like that. But hey guys, I mean, it is what it is. This is all what I got. That's all I'm gonna share for now, and God bless everybody. I'm going to leave some, how can I say this? I'm going to leave some links on the bottom, on the description of from now on, about exchanges. If you guys want to subscribe at a crypto exchange with my link, with a referral, some of you guys are going to get deals, kind of like you'll get like a bonus or something if you spend a certain amount of money to that exchange. Well, we both will. But other than that, you can just sign up if you haven't in one of those exchanges. Other than that, that's it for now. Let me know. I will be dropping more music soon. I'm just working on my music a little by little. And God bless all you guys. Thank you for your time. Take care. And may God lead you wherever you are. And once again, you can have these type of dreams, guys. You just got to ask God. And if you're not receiving it, you got to be consistent. That's the key. You have to be consistent. You have to pray about it every day until you get it. But I was concerned because I haven't dropped a dream lately, and I was like, I haven't received nothing, no revelation, and that's completely fine. I mean, some of you guys will be like, hey, we haven't had no dreams lately. What was happening? You know what I mean? But I'm not really doing this only for you guys, but for me as well, because I'd like to know what God has in store for me at this time regarding any revelation or anything that's about to come. And that's what he's telling me about the upcoming financial collapse. This could probably also mean about the weather as well, weather manipulation. But anyway, all at roots from the aliens, aka the demons. But anyway, guys, that's it for now. God bless. Thanks for listening. Thank you for your time. Always get prayed up. Always stay prayed up. Pray before you go to sleep, and pray and repent. That's very important, so you can get your sleep. Not only that, but also when you wake up or before you go to work or whatever you do. Okay. God bless. Take care. Be patient with me on these videos, and also you can also subscribe at my music channel. I'll be dropping music every now and then there, okay? I'm presently working on that. Actually, I might upload just a snippet of what I'm working at the moment, okay? But other than that, it's not complete, but I'm just gonna upload what I have, just a little bit, so you can, but it's not complete, just FYI, okay? Other than that, God bless. Take care. Have a good day, have a good morning, have a good night.
No me dejes solito, ando con el rey de la gracia en que habito. Dirígeme, Señor, sostiene mi fervor. Dependo de ti como Job en su clamor.